Yes, sir, we promise you a great thing right here on the Andre,
Step in the ring where the stories collide. Squared conversations where the legends reside. From suplex slams to the mic they hold tight. We're breaking it down under bright ring lights. Squared conversations, let's get it
So
on.
Gates already knew.
Stage where the fighters belong.
So you're just gonna get
We're the voice of the ring. It's our combat zone. Bell rings loud, the crowd goes
Whichever one of the WWE writers is currently watching this show, write him a check. Because y'all stole that idea from watching this show.
Where the
Oh,
wrestling
let me show it
vein
live from the floor.
Cause
I'm hurt right now, but I'ma do the show.
This bitch is like
precision and a steel chair tone. Squared conversations is where legends are grown. Grapple the truth, we're here to ignite. From the underdog story to the heavyweight fight. With the echoes of the ring and the clash of the night. Squared conversations where the spotlight.
He just ruins it from like already.
Gene doesn't like shit, you know. But Gene says that she likes Eddie. I will give him a few promos and watch some of his matches.
Out here looking like Ron Jeremy.
You know,
Squared conversations.
You can say it.
I wasn't
Bitches. Stage where the fighters belong. With a body
You can say it. I want to hear you say it. You say it on your stream all the time.
Voice of the ring.
Pure
It's our combat zone.
what the fuck?
Yes, I am. I am going to cry for Cole's thighs to fight this.
Do we have somebody who can physically go check on Kenny?
Me and Molly, yeah, we was, doing that thing. She nerfed my shit.
Insane. Talking every move, every hold, every
2K
pain.
50.
Tag team
Goddamn
dreams
game
and the
and give me
champions
the
reign. With the
name.
pulse
said
of the
for
ring, we're the wrestling vein.
Create a wrestler.
So much out there, and there's something for everybody, honestly.
Yeah,
There's more to the world than just WWE and even AEW at this point.
I will be back to take over again and again and again.
With a pinfall
And
precision
again,
and
but
a
this is
steel
a
chair
10-10 show.
tone.
If you
Squared
guys have not
conversations is where
followed,
legends are grown.
all you haters,
Grapple
follow.
the truth. We're
you
here
have
to
not followed,
ignite. From the underdog
do
story to the heavyweight fight. With the echoes of the ring and the clash of the night. Squared conversations with a spotlight. Squared conversations, let's get it on. The mat's our stage where the fighters belong. With a body slam rhythm and a smackdown tone. We're the voice of the ring, it's our combat zone.
We be them insurgents, not a bit nervous. Encouraged, got a bit further to go by any means. Getting rid of our enemies. AVALANCHE, yeah, that's who we be. Insurgents, not a bit nervous. No lip service, got a bit further to go. Do what I gotta, kid. Who want a problem with AVALANCHE, yeah, that's who we be. There's a massive company called Shinra. I don't know exactly what they answer, but they want to get control of their live stream, and I just can't let that continue. They don't care who they hurt, who they injure.
The man, the myth, the legend, who has graced us with the little bit of time that he could. Ladies and gentlemen, Mega Ran. How you feeling, Brody? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good. Yo, the introduction was awesome. I appreciate that. I got my own little Tron entrance. That was cool. You know, I feel like I'm ready to run through a wall.
Right. Let's
You
go
know?
on, come out of gorilla. Let's you know, let's make man, there's so much I want to talk about. There's so much I want to dig into. Because just the story of Mega Ran is amazing, and how the Mega Ran that you've built plays a bigger part of not only just wrestling, because don't get it twisted, he's an avid wrestling fan first, and then he's an artist. But outside of that, he's so many different things. If you've played Shredder's Revenge, you've heard his music. If you've played River City Girls, you've heard his music. Yeah, I did my research.
I see.
He always researches before guests.
We even got a book that, in my opinion, does not get enough light, because I had to scour the website to even find the book. The book is like on the back burner, but this book has a digital form, a physical form, and an audio book.
Oh.
So just off the strength of him actually coming in and kicking it with us today, I need the family to go in and
we appreciate
and
it.
help the good brother promote, because word of mouth is 10 times better than the ads that you pay for.
Yes, it is.
Also, I apologize about our intro. I have a foul mouth sometimes.
Now,
just based off that intro.
Fear not.
I'm gonna be on my best behavior today.
Fear not.
Yeah.
The edited version that goes up on all the other sites, that whole intro will be edited out. It's gonna start with. It's gonna most likely start with the song, which is my favorite Mega Ran song, by the way. That's why I asked you about it. From the project Black Materia, Avalanche. That song, if you need to get hyped during a video game, if you need a good workout music, that song needs to be in your playlist, let me tell you.
It's true. That is that's definitely one I've gotten in a good workout too, and I have a lot of friends tell me like that's one that gets them going to start the day off, you know. Yeah, Avalanche is a real special track to me, man. It's definitely a good pick.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. You're right, Raver. The whole album was fire, but it's something about Avalanche that just draws me in.
I mean, it's the theme song, it's the hype song, so it definitely that's what it's supposed to do. You know, it's definitely supposed to get you going. So, thank you for the listens and for doing the research. You know, it's you know, it's not every day I come in with chatting and somebody like knows the music, knows what I've done. They're just, I just got, because like you said, I've been on this this promo run, talking about Buddy's Magic Treehouse. And man, I have a list of questions here from this website, and like they couldn't be like more generic. And it was like to the point where I was like, I don't think I feel like doing this. Like it was like, I'm like, yo, you could Google these and find, it's like, who's your inspiration? What is, and I was just like, what sets you apart from other artists? And what, and I'm like, these couldn't be more generic.
Right.
And, at the same time, while I appreciate people taking the time to chat with me and, to profile me or whatever,
come up with other questions.
like just give it a little bit of thought. Let's make this
Right.
something special, not just like the questions you give everybody. What, it's like, what's a person you would like to have dinner with, and I was like, come on, man. So I
Yeah,
was like, I think I'm
you
I
asked
think I'm a bad.
ChatGPT for them questions. That
Right.
actually no, because if you'd have put in your ChatGPT query and you'd have put the word, if you'd have put the name Megaran in there, you would have got Megaran specific questions. So
So
Oh, wow.
maybe they should have done. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. They should have went to ChatGPT because if you
Yeah.
like, okay, what should I ask Megaran? Then it might have actually, gave you some good questions.
because what sets you apart from other artists, it's clear. You're culture based. And I'm not talking about culture as in rap culture. Yeah, you do your thing there, but you cater to us nerds.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
because I'm one. I am
right,
one.
like you are one of us that happen to love what they do so much that you made it into your passion. So even though times might get where, like, hey, I'm tired, I don't feel like doing it. Even when you get hit with those, it's almost like you're not working because you're doing the one thing that you love
Mm.
just on a stage where everybody can see you.
That's true. When you're doing the thing that you would, that's a classic slogan. If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
That
Things like
ain't
that.
true. But
No, I work my butt off,
Eh.
and I love what I do. But I see what they're trying to say. Like if it's about what you love, then you don't have to stretch outside of yourself to do it and to get hyped up about doing it.
right.
Because it's really what you would do anyway. Like I'd be playing video games if I wasn't talking about them, rapping about them. I'd be watching wrestling if I wasn't commenting on it or podcasting on it. So it's it's easy when it's within my wheelhouse, and I think that was something I had to fight with earlier in my career because as a hip hop artist, people love to put a lot of limitations on what hip hop can do and be, and they're like, that's not hip hop, that's not real hip hop, that's not this, and so a lot of people were kind of doubtful that you could mix pop culture, nerd culture with it until it's done well. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, okay. But you have to fight off a lot of like stereotypes, a lot of labels people try to put on things like corny or, they throw it into subgenres. This is cool nerd rap. This is cool, geek rap.
No.
This is cool
No.
for the geeks. But, it's like, well, why can't it just be rap,
Right.
And so that's something you have to fight with, within. Maybe it's because hip hop is such a fairly young culture that people like to put these walls up of like what it can be and what it should be and what it should sound like.
I don't think that it being young is an excuse. I think most of the issue is hip hop is the one genre that doesn't like change. Anytime there's a huge shift in hip hop, you run into we don't like this because it's mumble rap, or we don't like this because and then the young kids say that they don't like the old school rap because it feels like ABC bars, or it feels like nursery rhyme bars, and then you got the other
But
crowd
without the older music, you have nothing to build off of.
Correct.
True.
Yeah.
And so
Who do you think inspired your favorite rappers? Their favorite rappers. Like,
yeah. No one ever thinks about that, It's such and I try to chalk that up to it being young, but yeah, I think, part of it is like very slow to adapt to change.
Mhm.
I can feel like people, you grow up in the 90s, you feel like that's the best that rap has ever been.
Right.
And there's nothing after it that could change your mind. You know what I'm saying? And if you are currently listening to rap, it's probably as if it's like if you're, I don't know, 18 to 25, you probably feel like it's the greatest that it's ever been.
Mhm.
And there's nothing that could compete with it. So you listen to the old stuff, you're like, oh, this Cat in the Hat bars can't compete
Right,
with J.
right.
Cole. You know what I mean? And but yeah, but you're right that we need something to build upon.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So having
I
the
will
old school as a foundation is
I will
important.
argue with anybody that all the music from the late 90s, early 2000s, just in general, was better. At least
That's
Well,
for me, for playlists. Like
I mean, that's fair. People
the
say the
late
same
90s,
about.
early 2000s was
Oh
when I
yeah,
was very like I would listen to the radio
but
and
that was
like a lot
you
of it's
were
still on playlists.
in your formative years at that time.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're developing your taste, and it becomes like this is the best. Yeah, same people say the same thing with wrestling. We kind of romanticize and I would say over romanticize the Attitude Era, and I feel like this was the greatest that wrestling ever was. But if you
was
go
it?
back to it with a little bit of a
Take the
critical
rose
eye,
color. Yeah.
you're like, wait a minute, they weren't even wrestling. Like this was just TNA. Like this was just boobs and cat fights and puppies and a stunner, and then the show is over.
The dark ages for the divas.
Yeah, like I remember an entire episode of Raw where they were just waiting for Stone Cold to show up, and so all they kept
Can't get away
showing
with
was
that
the back
now.
door. And they were just like, well, any minute now, Stone Cold's gonna be here. He's gonna raise some hell. And they would just show the back door. And between matches, or they cut a literal match off. Like, wait a minute, Stone Cold's here. Wait, go. And the cameraman
And it
just
was
start
somebody
running
else.
to the door during a match. Like they're just like, man, who cares about wrestling? Like this, you know. And so yeah, it was just literally just chaos. So if you're a fan of wrestling, some would argue today is the best time ever for wrestling, because we're getting very high quality matches, often on free TV, which is really dope. Like you used to have to wait to the pay-per-view to get a 5-star match. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and now, I mean, you can get them on a Monday or on Wednesday. And that's pretty cool.
No Fridays? No Fridays?
Well, maybe. I don't know. Yes. What happens on Fridays? I'll be outside on Fridays.
Those Tuesday matches are sometimes pretty decent too.
Okay, yeah, true.
NXT
I can't
has
watch
some-
everything. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't watch
Valid.
everything. So
Valid.
I'll catch highlights a lot online on Twitter or Instagram and things. Because it's just so much to watch. I just saw that tonight they're doing Collision tonight because the pay-per-view's coming up. So they're playing their Saturday show on a Thursday. So
I mean,
it's just
I get that though, because this is usually a Saturday show and we're doing it on a Thursday.
Oh, look at that. You're doing the same thing.
We have a lot of wrestling to watch this weekend.
That noise that you just heard with Daniel Bryan, well, what used to be Daniel Bryan, now Daniel Bryan's
Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson. Jesus Christ, words. Saying yes, we have just hit the goal of 375, which means you guys get a giveaway next stream.
Let's go.
So I appreciate you for following. Thank you so much.
What we giving away?
Mind your business.
So I have to wait just like everybody else,
right? Because the minute I do the giveaway, you're gonna end up being one of the people that enter. So why would I tell you?
Are you eligible? Are you eligible? Hold up. Hold up. I gotta check this.
I mean, if it's a Squared Conversations episode that the giveaway is on, then no, I won't enter it. If it's just a regular stream, then You betcha I will be in that giveaway. And just for that, now you're gonna end up. Nope, the giveaway is not gonna be until the next episode.
So we only ask one scheduled question here. And that question is, when did Mega Ran fall in love with wrestling?
Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. I think back. Was it WrestleMania 4? What was the one where they did the tournament and Macho Man won the tournament? Was that 4 or
Don't
I feel like it was
the
4.
exact number. Hold on.
Because 3 was
where's
Hogan and
Danny?
Andre, and then I think they got the belt off Hogan doing some nefarious stuff, and then they wound up being in a tournament the next
So
year.
it looks like I just looked up Wikipedia. It says something about tournament first round 14-man tournament. Is that it? Main event tournament final. Andre the Giant
The final
interfered.
was the final was Macho Man and Ted DiBiase. Yep. Okay. WrestleMania 4, 1988. Man, I'm showing my age. So this happened in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I was living in Philadelphia, very close. But I was too young to be traveling to New Jersey to see some wrestling. So, but the cool thing about it was Philadelphia was such a wrestling town that they would open the stadium, the Spectrum where the Sixers played, and they would show pay-per-views on closed circuit TV. And so you could go to the stadium. I don't even know if there was a cover, but you could go to the stadium, you could buy merch and stuff like that. So I got a Macho Man foam finger, and you could get merch. You could go in and eat popcorn, and you just had to look up at the screen, that was up top where the scoreboard and stuff would be. And we sat there and we watched it. Me and my cousin Howie, we caught the subway down to watch it, and it was amazing. And I was cheering for Macho the whole time, and Macho Man actually won. This was the first Mania that didn't feature Hulk Hogan because there was like some, I think they got disqualified or something they did. But yeah, this was a really good time. But then at the very end, Macho Man comes out. Macho Man beats Savage. Savage beats Dead DiBiase with help from Hogan, and this turns into a storyline which would lead later on into the mega powers exploding. And man, it was just a really, really, really good time. And so that's when I left there falling in love with wrestling. I was like, this is the most amazing thing ever. Like just being so hyped at all of the action in this tournament, and my guy actually winning it kept me really connected. And yeah, so ever since then, that was 1988. There's been some times where I've been in and out. I've fallen off. We've all lapsed at some point. I liken that my lapse to I'm trying to think. I don't want to blame it on a particular person, but if I could pinpoint a time, I would say early 2000s, where I kind of fell off a little bit. And then I came back and I was like, wait, all these guys that were like tag team wrestlers were like champions and stuff. I was like, Edge, man, get out of here. And like, I didn't understand Edge being like a top guy and all these other things. And, but yeah, it just took me some time to get back into it. But, honestly, I was in and out. And what really got me back in, I think, was the New Day, and just being able to see three brothers on screen that were kind of like me. They were goofy, they were fun, they were dancing, they weren't afraid to be themselves. They weren't just trying to be mean, tough guys. Like every time you saw a black wrestler, it was usually like Bad News Brown or Ahmed Johnson, where they're just like snorting and just really angry men. And this was this guys that were smiling, and I just thought that was really cool. And I think that's what brought me back into wrestling. And just like the overall rise of like smaller guys getting a chance and guys who had, more regular body types, getting a chance,
Right.
really made me stick with it, and yeah, I think but yes, it was 1988, it was Macho Man. So that's Macho Man will always be my top guy. There's no need for a Mount Rushmore for me. Nothing like that. It's macho, 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 macho. No, I mean, there's some other guys, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Stone Cold, Rock, but Macho always was my guy.
Macho is a solid pick. Macho is a solid pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think my lapse came after maybe after or maybe during. I don't remember. But the Mae Young and Mark Henry
The
storyline.
Hand.
The Hand is where I was like,
I knew that was the one coming.
that was my like, okay.
You mentioned Mae Young, and I'm like, oh, The Hand.
Too far.
We need a break. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah. No, it actually is you. Like this is
No. You're the problem this time.
it's you. Yeah, no. This is uncalled for. But yeah, I understand. That was a wild time. I kept thinking during that time, like, how are they gonna get out of this? Like you just said that Mark Henry got Mae Young pregnant. Like, how are you getting out of this storyline? Like, where is this gonna go? And of all the scenarios, I did not think a hand.
Whatever happened to that hand?
So it grew. A couple of episodes later, it grew up, and it was basically a grown man inside of a hand costume calling Mark Henry daddy.
Okay, my head already hurts. My head already hurts from that. Like, what?
Yeah. That is what happened.
Why?
So you remember you said that everybody has had a lapse moment?
Yes.
Our good brother Push says that he never had one.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Everybody had a moment where they just was like not into it for a period. Like, I can't believe he's 20 some years and never had a moment where you're like, I think I'm turning this off. Or at least where you preferred maybe WCW over WWF.
So since I haven't been watching wrestling, I've only been watching wrestling since Total Divas. I haven't had the time to have all right, I'm done for right now moment. It's kind of been recent that it's been all right, I'm going to put it on, start watching it because like I have everything previously recorded because I go to sleep before Raw or SmackDown sometimes. And I end up falling asleep while watching the previously recorded. So I guess right now would actually be my time potentially. Like, but I am still trying to keep up at the same time. Like, it's not like I'm turning it off. I'm too tired.
That's fair. So it's not like the content is just not making you interested.
Yeah. It's more
you got stuff to do.
And
I go to sleep while I'm trying to watch it. And I still watch the highlights.
I won't even say that it's like wrestling is so good right now, and that's why there seems to be sort of a renaissance. I would probably say there's no better time to be a wrestling fan than right now because you have so many different types of wrestling, and there's so much there's something for everybody. If you
Yeah.
miss the old days where it's kind of WCW esque, where it, then there's AEW right there. You miss the old school studio TV studio wrestling. You got NWA is still kicking. You know what I mean? You have Impact, TNA for now, because my prediction is at some point WWE is going to be able to buy them for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Most likely.
I feel like that is a matter of time. I feel like they're trying to hold on, but it's at some point you got to give in.
I feel like
I mean, the fact that they have a current WWE NXT wrestler as the champion over at TNA, like, that's saying something.
Well,
but also Kenny Omega had that title.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think of the lineage of that belt. It's like, like you've had people in every company hold those belts.
TNA is just like, all right, here, hold this. Have it. It goes where you go. Put it on TV.
Yeah, just put it on TV. Like, and it's funny. I don't know. We argue about that a lot. Like, who is this helping? Is this helping TNA or is this helping NXT more? I think they're both getting something out of it right now. So I think it's a good partnership.
I don't.
But we'll see when it ends.
I don't.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. And the reason why is because from what I've read, the common issue between WWE and TNA is that WWE is saying, we'll give you the resources, let you have a little bit of capital and show you how to get here. But you need to become more PG. TNA has never been PG. And that's where their core fan base is in that area of non-PG TV. I don't feel like after the partnership is done, if TNA says, okay, we'll do it your way, and forsake their entire core fan base, that they're going to be able to stand on their own once the partnership is done. So they might be getting they might be getting something out of it now, but my worry is long-term effect after this is done. Is TNA going to be better off, or are they going to be worse than where they started?
Well, I think you automatically become worse if the partnership ends. Yeah, like they don't have the star power. You know what I mean? So
I mean, yeah, they lost like one of the big, like, the women that like brought me watching TNA with Naomi, like, and then they lost Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Which,
if this partnership ends with Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace being on WWE, they lost. They lost.
They did win me back a little bit already with having Vix Crow, the former Alicia Fox, being on TNA. Like, I will happily watch TNA while she is there.
Okay. But yeah, I feel like
I'm also still mad at my brother because he called me on FaceTime with her while he was at Mania, and my signal was so bad that I didn't actually get to speak to her. It was just a hi-bye kind of situation. And he was like, look who I'm with.
Oh, dang.
Lucky.
Yeah, I feel like they just don't have the star power. So ultimately, if you get if you get poached for your top people and you really don't have anything else to show for it, then you lose. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have Matt and Jeff Hardy and Nick Nemeth and
yeah. Anybody else?
I don't know.
I don't know, because in my opinion, Moose has had that company on his back for a long time.
Right.
Out of everybody that's on that roster, hold on. Out of everybody that's on that roster, Moose is probably my favorite person on that roster. Outside of whatever dancing gimmick they had him on, where he was dancing Moose, like that was not their best.
But I feel, and I respect that. I just feel like if WWE wanted Moose, they would have him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like this situation where they kind of have their pick of the roster.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if they wanted any of those people, I feel like they would just take them.
Yeah. My thing about Moose is I don't know how much time he has left in the ring, because at some point age will become a factor, because he's been doing this for a while. And
For
so
sure.
like, I don't know. One, he's such a company guy. Like, he's been with TNA through the worst of it. So I feel like, one, nobody's gonna treat him the way TNA has treated him. Like, he's allowed to basically be the face of the company whenever he gets good and ready to be the face of the company.
Right. Yeah, he's just kind of waiting there.
Right.
He's
And
the old faithful.
There's a possibility that WWE has like said, "Hey, come on, come to NXT, come on, let's go to NXT for more than just one moment." And he's potentially said, "No, I'm good."
Maybe he said no. Yeah.
I mean, I could respect that though, because it wouldn't be a good move, in my opinion, for him.
Yeah. Ultimately, it makes you look like developmental talent and if you're not that, it's easy to get mixed up as that to people who've never seen you before. Like, oh, who's this new guy? And you're like, new guy, man. I'm a multiple-time world champion. Like, get out of here. So
it'd be more of a if they offered something to him, they would have to offer him, all right, you're debuting on Raw or SmackDown instead of coming to NXT. Because like with some of the Impact people, I get like, all right, you're gonna be at NXT because we want to teach you the WWE style of TV. But also, a lot of them know the WWE style of TV because a lot of them were NXT talent at one point in time that potentially never saw actual like NXT TV, but they were doing like the house shows, stuff like that.
True.
And then they, got gone.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I don't know. I think right now, I watched I was at what was it, the last pay-per-view they did, and I thought it was decent. It was a good time, and I like the action. I like the wrestlers they have. I think they have a really good mid card. I feel like the main event scene is a little lacking, but I think that there's just definitely something missing. So I would ask you guys. Seems like it's not going to happen, but I just feel like it would be really cool. A cool button on one of my favorite wrestlers of all time is AJ Styles. And do you think there's any chance that AJ goes back just one time for the culture and just make some TNA waves at the end?
I could see it.
I thought that that's what he was going to do. Like, I thought that, like, with the partnership, like, they would have pulled that card because, like, Um, he has been.
Yes.
Appreciate the follow there,
Yes.
Tilted Tom. I appreciate you.
Yes.
Anytime.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
I feel like because he's hinted a lot at like he's in his last run, like he's closer to the finish line than he is the start of the race, and I get that, but also I would have loved to see. There are a few things that I would have loved to see happen, and that is definitely one of them. AJ Styles being able to do a real like send off and let the WWE fans see the AJ Styles that we loved back in TNA, back in and I would have loved that if I would have loved if uh uh, uh oh, his name escapes me.
Who?
I would have loved to see for TNA and WWE to be able to make a beer money reunion happen. Cause I say this all the time. Anytime I heard "sorry for your damn luck," bro, I was popped like that. No, that
Yes. Yeah. I think it would be really dope to see. Is there some beef, you think? Like, is there a little bad blood with AJ and the the TNA kind of ownership, or just
Well, no, because his beef was with, as far as I know, his beef was with Dixie Carter. He's not
right?
a part of
And
that
she's
anymore.
gone. Yeah. So that's what. Yeah. Like, I don't understand why they maybe wouldn't do it, but mm,
I feel like he deserves it at least. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it'd be a really cool send off. Like, it really would be. But
I would love to see that happen. I just don't see
yeah, I think if it was going to
WWE
happen, it
doing
might
it.
have already happened already.
hmm I think
Yeah.
that WWE signed this deal to get exactly the names that they are getting. And when it's all over, like you said, it's going to be TNA Impact minus their top stars.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like that's the move. I mean, at least when AEW, the people were kind of comparing it to the AEW TNA relationship a few years back, and I felt like same thing. Like, I was like, oh, they're not putting the TNA guys on AEW TV. They're not letting these guys get moments to shine on their show, but they're sending their guys to the other show, So at least these guys you're getting guys popping up on NXT and stuff like that. So it's just really what you make of it. And I feel like it's just a tryout. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you come out there, you try out. Shawn Michaels is like, all right, I like this guy. All right. And then next thing you know, you're getting snatched up.
It's the same
So
thing with WWE and AAA, from what I feel. Like they signed this deal with AAA, and it seems like they're literally just picking AAA apart, not
Yeah.
showing, like, not letting
Yeah.
AAA,
Like having Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo being the AAA tag team champions, like y'all haven't even put gold on them in your company, like
right.
in the overall company.
Yeah, those
And
decisions are weird. And
and
so I
they're
think like,
now
oh, well, now they get to hold the belt while they're on Raw or on whatever SmackDown. But
they only get to hold the belts in backstage segments.
But in backstage, yeah, they don't bring them to the
Because
ring.
I don't think they do bring them to the ring. because like I don't think any non WWE title gets
Has
brought
been
to
in
the
the ring.
ring.
I feel like that's like an unwritten kind of rule within different promotions.
Like they don't
Where-
even bring the speed. I mean, speed's its own thing, but like they don't even
Yeah.
bring the speed title to the ring.
Yeah, because
Which-
it's only defended on Twitter, so it only exists.
El Grande, whatever his name is still the speed champion. He's not getting recognition of me using his actual name.
Fair.
This is what irks me. First, and like I said before, it was highly disrespectful to have. And I know Push says like, "Hey, I loved it." Well, I didn't. I feel like it was messed up. You just signed. You fight tooth and nail to get Ray Phoenix and Penta over here.
Mhm.
You put Ray Phoenix, who you just signed, in a match against Chad Gable in a lucha mask, and then you let this man lose. You let a real lucha lose to this made up one, and you let that be the build up to you announcing that you purchased AAA.
Do we have to talk about that still? Like, can we erase that match from history?
Well, I would let it go, but now they're saying
No, I'm saying like I want to erase the match altogether. Like it doesn't exist in my head because
well, there's
I could understand if it was still Rey Mysterio that lost because that's how it was supposed to go.
There's been a recent development in that, and that's why I'm bringing it up.
Oh goodness!
Recent development is it's not Chad Gable, it's Ludwig Kaiser.
Yes, now he's taller.
Now it's Ludwig
He's,
Kaiser.
This is the and they literally brought Dragon Lee out of the dungeon just to take an L to him.
Bro,
It's kind of
poor Dragon Lee.
It's kind of messed up. It really is. Like, it's getting heat, and you know what? This is one of those be careful what you wish for situations. Because this time, a year or two ago, it was, man, give Chad Gable something. Give Chad Gable something. He's a star. Come on, y'all. Give him a push. Do something with him. And they were like, what can we do with him? I know. Let's put a lucha mask on him. And
like go back to Shorty G. Go back to Shorty G.
Oh
like,
no.
If we're gonna do that, go back to Shorty G. Like wear neon colors and stuff like that. Go back to that. Take off the lucha mask.
It's like not like this. I feel like it's a shame, man. That be careful what you wish for.
Creative.
I really was.
No seasonings. Of course not.
I was definitely one of those people that was like, you got to do something with Chad. Because when Chad and Jason Jordan first showed up on the screen, they were completely out wrestling everybody.
Yeah.
They were having to slow themselves down so that other people could keep up.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that Chad is getting up there in age. So if you don't use him now and don't take the leash off of him now, when you finally do, all the magic that he had is going to be gone. You're not going to get that same type
broken
of match.
up and
yeah. I mean, well, they need to stop him from doing the dang flying headbutt, please.
Yeah,
because I don't need to ever see that move again. Like knowing what we know about concussions, like can y'all not? But but easily, you know what? They could have took the low hanging fruit and been like, Kurt Angle Jr. Here we go, and just made him Kurt Angle Jr.
I mean,
and probably nobody would have had an issue with it. You
I
know,
mean, that's
There still would have been
what they
issues.
did
There,
with
people would have
Jason
had
Jordan.
issues with it.
Before
think they
Jason
would've
Jordan
had
got
issues.
hurt. That's what they did with Jason Jordan. They basically made him Kurt Angle Jr.
oh boy. I read an interview with him, and they were with Kurt, and he was like, "How was that story was supposed to end?" And he's like, you know, clearly it would have ended with like a heel turn from Jason Jordan being like, this was fake. You know what I mean? Like I fooled you or whatever. And then they'd have a match at WrestleMania and he'd retire him.
Oh wow! So he was all in on Jason Jordan.
I guess so.
I faked the DNA test. You're not actually my dad.
Yeah.
It was funny.
And now you're gonna lose to me in a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That was the plan. And then instead he got Baron Corbin to retire him. Oh man. Creative. So, question, y'all. I would like for you to grade WWE since WrestleMania.
No comment.
booking. What do y'all think?
I played the fifth.
It hasn't been all bad.
Is Trips looking funny in the light? That's the question. Are we ready to to remove Booker of the Year from old Paul? Because we were all about it.
I feel like
he took the Twitter comments to his head about everybody praising him is what I feel, because like now he's doing whatever, and
I think this has happened before. They're making record profits, and so therefore creativity goes out the window. Like, we can do anything because the house is going to be full,
right?
You know,
like why did they wait until this week to actually start building Evolution?
Because they forgot about it.
They forgot.
Like,
oh, that was this week. Oh,
that should have been priority number. As soon as y'all announced it, y'all should have been, you know, setting up the storylines. Like, yes,
fair,
I understand Liv got injured.
Liv messed up a lot. Like, her injury messed up a lot.
But that's why you have backup storylines and stuff like that, instead of having EO come out and I pick Rhea Ripley. Why though? Why are you picking Rhea Ripley?
Because she always
why is Tiffany Stratton just picking Trish?
they just pick opponents now.
Like,
who do you want to write?
why does Trish get a title match at Evolution? Because she's a legend? Like,
yes.
There are plenty of other legends that, you know, deserve a title match.
I don't think they clearly didn't have a backup, but I think Liv's injury changed so much booking. Like, that was probably the main event. And I think they just were like, all right, well, let's figure this out.
And see, if that's the case, if that was going to be the main event, what were they going to do with the women's tag titles? Nothing? Because that's always an afterthought, and that bothers me.
Yeah,
but the tag division in general bothers me because they're always an afterthought.
Always. I really hope that show is good, because the afterthought of it all makes it kind of sad. But I mean, this is what happens when you're basically just trying to counter program AEW, and that's the only goal here, is to put something else on so people can watch that instead of AEW. So they're not really thinking. Usually it's NXT that kind of takes the hit for it. But making this Evolution pay-per-view, like, I watched Monday and I'm like, oh, they're still making like half the card on the go home episode. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that. Like, you're just, like, literally half the card isn't decided yet? Like, come on.
So, like I expected and assumed, with Saturday Night Main Event being, you know, the the day before, and we're getting Evolution with all of the women getting matches. There is no women's match at Saturday Night Main Event. Unless they somehow announce a match on Friday.
Yeah, they could.
Because there's only four matches for this Saturday Night Main Event.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Let me look at that card. I didn't realize that. But I think you're right.
So, how are you feeling about the Goldberg of it all?
Meh. You know what? I might be in the minority, but I am a Goldberg mark. However, when I saw that man struggle to get to the ring, I was like, all right, man, let this man rest.
No, I didn't notice
rest.
the struggling to the ring. I did notice the
No,
struggle.
the first time he came out, I mean, he did his little at the screen.
Oh yeah, and then
he was blown up, bro.
You could tell that when he stomped his foot down, he messed himself up.
Does he need a Red Bull before his match?
Well, so he daggone near gives himself a concussion before he comes out every time he comes out. The reason why you see that little speck of blood right here is because he headbutts the door on the way out.
Yeah.
And WWE has told him countless times to stop doing it.
Please don't do that. But he's got to hype himself up. He's been doing that since football, I guess.
Yeah,
so
but
you
football, you get a helmet for that.
Right. They should have put a helmet on it.
Go ahead, give him a like one of those like take a piece of a padded cell and just put it on that one spot of the wall. Let him hit his head on that.
Give him some padded stuff. What I want to happen, which won't, I want Bret Hart to come out and screw him.
That'd be funny.
That would be amazing. They would never do it.
Bret Hart to hold his legs down for the pin. That's it. He ain't got to even do nothing physical.
They would never do it.
But also, I was the guy that when Shawn Michaels retired, I wanted the reverse screw job.
That would have been cool. That would have been great. Oh my gosh. That would have been awesome. I was really hoping. I was like, man, maybe they'll get Bret Hart involved, but they won't do it. What's the over under? Do we get more than 3 minutes or less?
I think 3 minutes is probably going to be I will say it depends. It depends on if they plan on doing anything with him after this. Like if this is just a build up to something. If it's just a build up,
this is his retirement match.
This is it. It's in Atlanta. It's the retirement match. Like this is it.
If this
He's
is
58. This is it.
If this is it, then 3 minutes is probably going to be the max. 3 minutes is probably going to be.
Now, I've argued. I hope you're right, because any longer than that, we all suffer. We all lose. Because somebody will get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Give them the time of a Divas match, please.
Yo, for real. Because somebody.
Like I hate to say that for Gunther, but for the sake of Goldberg, give them the time of Divas match.
This is the first match.
Y'all remember? I don't know if you were watching then, but what was that? It was like a really fun match. The last time he fought Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah,
like 2016.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was like a minute and a half, but man, it was so much fun.
They got so much done in that minute and a half.
Yeah, they did every move, and I'm like, that's what I want to see, man. It
was a Bork match, so I did. It was a Bork match, so I didn't watch it because I don't even respect him enough to call him by his name, so he gets called Bork.
Bork. That's fair. But just jump out with the just hit him with every move. And just end it, like just quick, done, and that was great.
Choke him out in the match. That's all you got to do.
So I didn't think it would be an argument. I talked to my friend about it. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a shame to watch Goldberg get choked out in front of his kid. And
Hmm.
and
I'm fine with it.
my friend was like, nah, Goldberg's winning this. And I'm like, are you insane?
This is, I
Why
think, the
would they-
first match that
Why
Goldberg
would
has
they
taken on.
do
There's
that?
literally zero
Where-
reason for Goldberg to win this match.
Like, why would they do that when they already have one champion who's retiring while holding the, like, he's supposedly retiring while holding the title because he's not going to let it go. So why would y'all have this be his retirement match and give him the title to then retire?
Yeah. So
Unless
he's like, well,
we're gonna do a tournament I'm gonna give the title to whoever wins this tournament.
I can't see that happening. And like there's so many reasons, but one, nobody wins in their hometown. So just knowing what we know about wrestling, you usually don't win in your hometown.
I can argue Naomi did win in Orlando at Mania that one time.
That one time. Okay.
It was for the women's title that she actually did win in Orlando.
Oh, okay. She had a moment. All right. Okay. It's pretty rare that you win at home.
Yeah.
Also, if he's retired, like, yeah, what do? You just have him just give the belt up. Like, this is a new belt that needs lineage and history. And I don't think you make it change hands this often when he just got it back from Jay.
I mean,
Also-
Roman did say it was a consolation prize.
I mean, yeah, they've definitely done their own work in burying their title. So I don't know, but my boy tried to bring up Sting winning in his retirement match, and I said that's not the same. That was a tag team match, and it was AEW. That was not
Right.
WWE. I don't think so. Like,
But
there's
say
just
the
zero
only
reason.
the only person in recent history that I'm trying to remember who won in their quote unquote retirement match, because she still comes back and stuff, was technically, I think, at least they called it her retirement match, was Brie. Like, when during that, like, it was the multi-women tag match at Mania before, like, when they retired the Divas title and they finally were like, all right, it's the women's title. That was Brie's supposed to be final match. Was that, it was like the Total Divas versus, I don't even know who all it was, but it was like, it was a multi-woman tag match that was Brie's retirement match. She ended up tapping out Naomi. And everybody was like, wait, I thought when you retire, you're supposed to lose.
Yeah,
And
usually you lose.
And they ended up having Brie win that match as her, like, farewell match. But then she ended up coming back for the Rumble a few years later.
Okay, I just found a list. This is old. This is from 2020. 5 wrestlers who retired with a win, and 5 who lost. I don't even know if this counts. 10, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's final televised match was at Bound for Glory 2011. And then in 2012, on the Impact Tour, he teamed up with Sting and James Storm and fought Bobby Roode, Bully Ray, and Kurt Angle. Who cares? The Rock. The Rock won. Oh, this doesn't count. This was in WrestleMania 29 when the Wyatt family came up and like cornered him. And then he beat up Eric Rowan in like 10 seconds. That doesn't count. But he had a referee there. So, no. Randy Savage in 2004, TNA Turning Point, teamed up with Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles to beat Nash, Hall, and Jeff Jarrett. Kurt Angle lost his retirement match. Ultimate Warrior, after a Halloween Havoc encounter with Hulk Hogan, he would wait 10 more years, and who cares? And The Undertaker.
Not who cares.
Sorry, I don't care. Oh, The Undertaker in the Boneyard match because he won that, and so I guess that was his retirement match.
You know, that is true. It's sad because it happened during COVID.
Yeah, but that was really great. They did really well.
I love those cinematic matches.
Yeah, that was really good.
I was
And,
actually
that's
at the Mania that he retired.
Oh, I
'cause
was there. That was in Orlando, right?
That was in Dallas.
Okay, well, I don't remember him retiring, but I remember in Orlando he actually he lost to Roman, and he like takes his gloves off in the ring and all that, and but he didn't actually retire, I guess.
Yeah, I remember that too because I was like, "Oh, he's retiring," and then
it's like
nope,
right,
just kidding.
just kidding. We're gonna do one
I'll be
more.
right back.
We're gonna do one more Undertaker and Brock match first.
Right. Yeah, so like nobody really, I don't know. Shawn Michaels ruins the best retirement in wrestling history at Crown Jewel. I'd like to pretend that didn't happen to him. That Crown Jewel match didn't happen.
Crown Jewel seems to bring the worst out of people.
Crown Jewel doesn't exist. Like
It doesn't
those
exist.
those
I don't
aren't
watch those
canon. Those aren't canon.
No, they are not. They are not. Oh, this is cool. Dusty Rhodes teamed up with his sons for one last match in FCW.
I remember that. And I
let's
think that was
see.
around the time where like him and Dustin were still kind of beefing a little bit because their relationship hasn't always been the best.
Okay.
So around his like Gold Dust era, he
was beefing.
Yeah, they were.
Oh. Okay.
Dang.
And technically, Stone Cold beating Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 38.
So that was the year that Taker got put in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay. Yes,
okay.
That was the year that he got put in the Hall of Fame. That happened in Dallas.
Yep,
and so
I do remember
that's the WrestleMania I was at, where he was put into the Hall of Fame, and then you had Triple H, his final like address to the WWE, where he explains like, you know, put all the rumors to bed. I can't wrestle anymore. So he comes down to the ring and leaves his boots in the ring. A lot happened that WrestleMania because you had that. Then you had Stone Cold's final match against KO, and then that happened that first night. Then that second night, they tried to do another little segment with Vince and Stone Cold, but then Vince severely messed that up.
Oh, well, that one was weird.
So I don't know if you saw it on TV or if you were actually there.
I was there for night 2. I missed night 1, but yeah.
So night 2, and a lot of people didn't see this, but if you were there in person, you saw it. The reason why it was so weird was because Vince jumped way before the cue. Like by the time the glass breaking happened and Stone Cold started coming down the ramp, we had seen that reaction already because he had jumped the gun already, and then him taking that last stunner was horrendous.
It was bad.
Yeah, he didn't sell that. Like it was horrible.
That was bad.
That
was just a weird moment. I remember him like punching Pat McAfee or something. Like it was a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like he was like beating up Pat McAfee, and I was like, why is this? Why are we watching this right now?
Because he called Pat McAfee into the ring to share a beer with him. Then as Pat McAfee's drinking the beer, he catches the stunner. And it's like,
and it's like, okay, all right. I'm like, yeah.
So
All
you
right.
guys, I
So
want
all this says that Goldberg wins, right?
No.
no,
No
no.
way.
This is Goldberg's consolation prize because Goldberg wanted the retirement tour and they didn't give it to him.
No tour for you.
No tour. I
This-
mean, come on.
This is
This
a
man-
consolation prize.
Yeah, he ain't ready for no tour. Like, just let him get one in.
He barely making it to. He barely
Right.
making
Like,
it to
you
the
barely
ring.
getting into the ring. Like, come on, man. Like, save yourself.
So what I want
man.
y'all to do is tell me. We already know because Xavier Woods already let the cat out of the bag that Mega Ran did music for the New Day. Without Googling, what track was what track is it that Mega Ran actually did for the New Day? Without Googling.
Oh. Uh-oh. Can I answer?
You
No,
just
I
you
can't.
just limited.
Not yet.
You just
Not yet.
Guess
so
I
you just
can't answer.
limited me with saying without googling.
Mm-hmm.
Google's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the cat was scratching to get in, and now that he's in, he's scratching to get out.
Let's get out.
Not excuse me while I Google.
Let me let him out, and then Zoe's probably gonna run in.
Mm-hmm. Y'all give up already?
Yep. Are you coming in, or are you staying out too?
I give up.
All right, go ahead, Nancy. I don't think we're gonna get a response. I think everybody's just they don't know, and they're afraid
everybody's
of not
waiting
saying,
for
they're not.
everybody's waiting for Google.
Google is loading. Goldberg's tour, 25 dates, 25 total minutes of wrestling.
Not Oldberg. Actually, no, you're right, Oldberg.
Go ahead and tell them what. Go ahead and tell them what song it is.
Well, I did the King Woods theme first a few years ago. If you remember the King of the Ring when it first came back, Woods won, and then we did a track for that, and then the New Day's current theme song, which is called New Day's World.
New Day's World is the one I was actually talking about because I had been.
Yeah. It plays whenever they wrestle. Yeah. If you see them wrestle, it doesn't happen very often these days. But yeah. Like I said, man, once I saw that loss, and again, I am very, biased from a voice, but when I saw New Day lose that match, I was like, Triple H ain't beating these allegations.
I feel like, yeah, like,
because I don't understand. Respect. I mean, I get it.
You know
But
how many
the
classic
Judgment Day story
match-
has been, this is like as the world turns here.
I
The Judgment Day story.
I don't
is-
understand
yeah.
why the Judgment Day
I don't get it.
needs all of the titles. Like, why do we need them all holding gold?
I don't get it. I don't get it. And they have to have all of it. This has been like a never-ending story. Like, just they tease a breakup, something happens, somebody comes in, somebody comes out, somebody comes in, somebody comes out. Like, this is just, it just keeps happening. And I feel like, and it's not the New Day's fault, but I feel like the New Day's run maybe was a little bit lackluster, but that's only because they just don't have enough opponents.
Yeah.
Like, there's like 4 tag teams on Raw, and you fight the same guys every week, and so there's nothing else to do. Meanwhile, SmackDown is just like cooking with all these tag teams, and I was hoping, there's a couple things I was hoping would have happened with the New Day's run. I thought when Jay lost the title, I was like, okay, time to get the Usos back together. Time to go after the New Day. They had so many classics.
Oh my
Let's do it.
God.
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, here we go. Usos New Day, run it back. No, he didn't do that. Poor Jimmy is just hanging out.
Well, now Jimmy does have a title match. He has a title match this weekend against Solo.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
He does have that title match for the U.S. title against Solo.
He's like,
I doubt he's gonna win, but
yeah, he's not gonna win.
They literally just gave the title to Solo, so I doubt, unless they're like, all right, we wanted to get the title off of Jacob, let's give it to Solo by cheating. Let's go ahead, get it off of Solo now.
Yeah, I can't see it happening that way. But I don't know. But yeah, he's like, just now Jimmy's kind of stuck in the family feud, and it's like, while Jay has made it out. So I was hoping that, or maybe like when they were doing the whole New Day was like getting enemies in the locker room, like, and they did the thing where like Rey Mysterio like kicked him out of the locker room or something. I was like, oh, maybe he's gonna kick him off of Raw and send him to SmackDown. You know what I mean? And then they can fight all these cool teams over there. Imagine New Day in Motor City, New Day in Street Profits. Like, there's so many teams where they've just like never had programs over there, and they just didn't do it. It's like Viking Raiders and Alpha Academy week after week.
Yeah,
it's like, come on.
They also have American Made that they've been feuding with.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, it's been a little. It was a little lackluster.
But that's because the roster is lackluster, and there's really no direction. Like, New Day is a team. I feel New Day is a team that, if you give them something that they can work with creatively, they'll make magic happen. But if it's clear on screen when they are not feeling something, like it, because if you think about it, New Day have made magic with the Usos. New Day has made magic with a lot of the teams that they've come across. When Otis and what was his name?
Heavy Machinery. Was it Otis and Tucker?
Otis. When Otis and Tucker were together, that was New Day made us feel like Otis was gonna be a star. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Otis could be a star. They just need to give him a damn chance.
Gotta give him a chance.
Sorry, excuse me.
Remember, he won the Money in the Bank, and we were like, oh wait, they're about to do this, and then like they made him like trade it to freaking Miz or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that was wild.
Traded it for like a sandwich or something. I don't remember what he did.
It's just the New Day has to have chemistry with who they're in the ring with, I feel. And there he is. What's going on, Push? The New Day has to have chemistry with who they're in the ring with, otherwise it's gonna fall flat. But
yeah, no, that's true.
But have we ever had New Day versus DIY?
Not that I can remember.
I don't recall.
All right, Triple H, we need it. We know you're watching.
Wait, I'm Googling now. DIY versus New Day happened a year ago. March 25th, 2024.
It didn't happen. We need it.
Right. They did a 3-way, New Day, Creed Brothers, and DIY in April, which is cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I miss those. I miss those New Day matches that made you pop. like, remember that first time you saw the Usos and the Usos versus the New Day, and the New Day had this nasty move where they would, it was like one, like your body will be, the opponent's body would be like upside down, and then one would like jump from, they would both jump from the top rope, but it was almost like catching your body as your body's falling, and the momentum would shift when they hit you, because one was hitting you low, one was hitting you high, and so your body would automatically turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like,
I need to
Jesus
find. We need to find
Christ.
that as a find that in 2K.
It has never been in a 2K game.
No,
It has
Of
never been
course
in a 2K
not.
game, and they don't do that move anymore.
2K won't let tag teams be amazing. Just like WWE won't let tag teams be
But that's
amazing.
also, that's also how I knew Metal 4 had an extension date on it, was because an end date on it, was because
they didn't
was
get an actual entrance.
That was the one entrance that never made it to a 2K game.
Wow. Yeah, when that happens, you're like, oh. Apparently, my boy is a wrestling belt collector, and they never made New Day side plates for the belts.
What?
They never made them.
That's crazy.
New Day had the belts for like what, at this point 3 months, and they never did side plates for them.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say this as a Nikki Bella fan, but they made Nikki Bella side plates for a title that she never held. She's never held any of the women's titles that have side plates. She's only been a Divas champion.
That is true. Wow. How do you explain that?
But also, that kind of proves some people's, thing that she was supposed to get the title at one point in time. But still, that's not the point. Like, how do you not put side plate? Like, they had so many different logos that you can put on side plates for the New Day.
Yeah, that's really strange.
The New Day has gone through so many different, different
11 time tag champs, and you don't make
one of your hottest tag teams, and at that, like, we were all on the New Day train at some point. And I couldn't stand the New Day when they first came out, when they first were together. I couldn't stand them, and then I just grew to love.
Yeah,
that's Sims is telling the truth. We were all Big E fans. That's what it was.
Big meaty men slapping meat.
That's what it was. We were Big E fans. Oh man.
But yeah, it was.
I was just looking through the lineup for Evolution, and this looks like a really good card, actually, now that I look at it.
But it was built very poorly.
Yeah, they threw it together pretty quick, but you got Io and Rhea, Tiffy and Trish, JC Jane, Jordan Grace, Becky, Bailey, Lyra, the 4-way women's tag match, the Battle Royal for the world title match, and then Jade versus Naomi.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm excited for that no holds barred match.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you just how of an afterthought that Evolution is for WWE. After the match between Jey Uso and Bronson Reed, WWE puts out a tweet saying that he was injured and his future as it pertains to his status pertaining to Evolution is unclear. And my immediate thought was like, It wasn't supposed to be an evolution in the first place. It's an all women show.
Whoops.
I went and looked for it today, and it was deleted. But
Oh,
yeah,
it's gone.
yeah,
I
I saw that and I was like,
it
bro,
was
what?
somebody's mistype, and they meant to put Saturday Night Main Event.
So do you think he doesn't show for Saturday Night's Main Event? Like they get a different opponent or something?
I mean, Jay was never scheduled for anything according to the match card.
Oh, yeah, I guess he wasn't.
Yeah, the match card for Saturday Night Main Event is Gunther versus Goldberg, LA Knight versus Seth Rollins, Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, and Solo Sikoa versus Jimmy Uso for the United States title. Like, all of those sound like matches that they just kind of, here you go. Have it. We're giving you matches that you would want, but where was the build?
Well, I mean, in my opinion, Saturday Night Main Event is only a show to halfway counteract AEW stuff. So
yeah, this is just a televised house show.
Yeah.
So for the most part, the Saturday Night's Main Events are usually just house shows. Like there's never usually a title change or anything like that.
So I have a question. Why? Why? Is
why?
Julia potentially in this battle royal for a world championship match at Clash in Paris instead of defending her title? Because she showed up at NXT this week when Ava announced the participants for, she announced the NXT participants for the Battle Royal. And Julia and Stephanie both appeared down at NXT to join the brawl amongst, the NXT women. Like, aren't y'all now on the main roster? Why are y'all here?
Something else to do. They don't have enough women that they trust, maybe? I don't know.
So the announced participants so far for the Battle Royal are Stephanie Vacar, Ivy Nile, Nia Jax, Nikki Bella, Natalia, Maxine Dupree, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Lash Legend, Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley, Zelina Vega, Julia, and Candice LeRae. So Push, my argument about that is the fact that they have Becky, the mid-card, the Intercontinental Champion, defending her title. Why is the United States title not being defended? Absolutely agree. Push flashlight.
No, yeah. In this case, though, you kind of can't win because they haven't built another opponent for her. So if you just gave her an opponent, it would be like, oh, that's a thrown together match.
They just gave Tiffany an opponent.
You give her the night off, then it's like, all right, and she doesn't really get the night off, but she's now in the Battle Royal. So
they gave Tiffany an opponent. They gave Io
that's a high profile opponent. I mean,
they randomly
the truth. Like
they randomly picked the opponents they randomly picked the opponents for the tag match because Io pinned Roxanne, who she technically is not the champion because she was just handed the title, but that's I have my thoughts and opinions on that, but
sounds like they don't really like women's wrestling. I don't know.
That's been a thing since.
That's what it sounds like. I wish Tony Khan one day would just say that. Like they do these like scrums and they're always like, so Tony, can you explain why, out of 2.5 or like you did a 6-hour pay-per-view and we just couldn't help but to notice, but only about 3 of those minutes was women's wrestling. How do you explain that? I need him to just be like, I don't like women's wrestling. Or clearly y'all don't like women's wrestling. You know what I mean? It's like I saw Bill Burr talking about the WNBA. He's like, oh man, if y'all really love women, how come you don't watch the WNBA? Like, the WNBA should be the highest rated thing, with everyone talking about how much they love and support women. So numbers don't lie. Mercedes, for whatever it's worth, whether they have issues with her having all the belts or having all the TV time or having all the match time, it's like, she gets results. So, I think something just recently happened at one of the shows or pay-per-views. She like broke the record for longest women's match on AEW. And I was like, who keeps this record? Like, oh, it went 12 minutes. New record.
How did Athena not do that?
Don't know. Why is Athena not on TV every week?
Listen, I saw when, I want to say like last year or the year before. I saw Athena live, and she defended the Ring of Honor belt. Let me tell you, she will always and forever be my forever champion.
Yeah.
And because of that, there are certain people that WWE has lost to AEW that they will never get back.
Oh yeah, she's never going back.
Athena is one of them.
Never going back. But
and
you can't. I don't know. You can't.
There are some people that I would have thought, because Triple H taking over, they might.
But Triple H let you know. He let you know how he felt about Athena when she was in NXT. He could have let her beat Asuka. He did not.
Yeah.
He did.
Another person that's never
Asuka turned over the belt injured after their match. Like, you could have come on.
Right.
You could have let her go over, and you didn't.
Another person that will never go back to WWE. Swerve. That ship has sailed, boy.
That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
You know what though? I've talked to some people. I can't say no names, but I've talked to some people at both companies, and they dream of a day where, and it might be 10, 15 years from now, where people just go back and forth all the time. You know what I mean? You sign your year or two, and then you go over there for a couple years, and then you go over there. And maybe we'll get to a world like that where people they'll be like, let me just test the waters. Let me just go.
I feel like once AEW has matured enough, you could see something like that. But as long as those contracts at WWE look like what they look like.
Yeah.
Oh no, WWE's not signing a 1-year contract. They're 5 years.
They wouldn't do that. Speaking of, I thought this was a typo because I just read it. Dustin Rhodes has just signed a 6-year contract with AEW.
6?
He re-signed?
Does he even have 6 left in the tank?
I think it's for like whenever he wants to stop, then he'll be a producer.
Yeah, he has been doing a lot of producer work lately.
Yeah, he's been working a lot with the women and with the tag division, from what I hear. So
that reminds you mentioning producers. That reminds me of what I sent you, Kenny. Supposedly, Shayna Baszler has been backstage at NXT as a producer.
That's dope.
So her in-ring contract is up, but she's been moved. Like, they have her as a producer now. But according to Grandpa Meltzer, she is not under contract with WWE. She was just backstage visiting,
just hanging out. Oh, and maybe as in the process of hanging out, you're like, come here. What do you think we should do here? And they just kind of bring her over and have a conversation. and
Well,
then next thing you know, you're producing a match.
the article I read was
can see
them
that happening.
testing the waters to see how that position would fit her.
I can see that.
Because, you know, maybe they don't have anything for her creatively, or maybe they feel like she's too injury prone, or whatever the case may be. But producing matches, you know, could be a thing that she, that fits
Yeah.
her current lifestyle.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I'm glad to see. I mean, I hope it leads to a contract. You know what I mean? Like,
Because like
absolutely.
yeah,
even like she still like even as a producer, they still could potentially have her, be an enforcer or something like that. Like you never know.
I agree with that, Cole. I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. She should have got the Brock treatment.
And for the listeners who aren't actually going to be able to read the comment, Cold actually just said WWE failed Shayna when they gave her a mic. They should have had somebody speak for her.
yeah, she kind of did a mouthpiece. I'm not mad at that. Oh, you know what? Remember, she did use her mouth when she bit Becky.
You said that, Cole. So we were watching WWE in Discord one day in the main academy server, and Cole said that Shayna Baszler sounds like Naruto.
Mm.
And so there was a clip that somebody did on Twitter that put the two together, and you know what?
Yeah, because like it's almost like a Mike Tyson thing. Like she doesn't, the voice doesn't fit the like ferociousness. So she's So it doesn't quite work. Like even though she can literally beat everybody up on the roster, it has to be believable from an entertainment perspective. And yeah. But yeah, no.
She should have been a Paul Heyman person.
Yes.
They should have had her and Rhonda be Paul Heyman people.
Yeah.
At this point, I just feel like they should just have like a Paul Heyman man like faction where like you get all the people that should not have a mic in their hand.
That's too many people, though.
No. People that shouldn't have a mic in their hand that WWE would seriously push.
I agree with you on that one, Cold. I absolutely agree with you on that statement. I'm not going to read it out loud because, people are going to try to say that I'm not actually agreeing with you on the statement, but I completely 100% agree with you on your statement.
Okay, I want to go back to Push in his statement. He's dropping facts. He said his only issue is that you have a gold mine with Athena and they aren't doing more with her. Now, but yet we just said a little while ago that you believe that she would never go back to WWE. Do you feel like she's happy in her current role?
I feel like for her, in her mindset, it may be the better of the two evils. Now, is she completely happy? Probably not. But at least she can be the type of wrestler that she wants to be in AEW versus in WWE, where she just would have probably got misused
I know
until
her
contract
issue
was up and then released.
I know her issue with WWE with her second NXT run was literally the fact that they had a meeting where they had like photos of Mandy Rose and like all the other girls who were, the skimpy, super, super skimpy gear that literally they told all of the girls, you have to start dressing like them. Like
Yeah.
they actually told all of the women in the locker room, you have to start looking like them.
Mm.
And that was the second NXT run, which was when Vince took over NXT.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, it's not super surprising. I mean, you saw what got over during that time in NXT. It was pin up sexy women, you
Right.
know. And that was the vibe, you know. So if you didn't fit in with that, then yeah, you were going to have a tough time. You
like
know.
my thing is NXT should be the place where they figure out what works for them before they go to the main roster. Like NXT should be the place where they go dye their hair every couple weeks, you know, if they want to. And apparently that was Blair Davenport's issue with the main roster, was she wanted to dye, like she had the white streak in her hair or whatever, and she wanted to dye it. And she got told no, because all of her renders and stuff like that, like the video game, had her in, the jet black hair with the white streak.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's part of being a part of a big business. Like,
yeah.
The toys are being made, the games being worked on.
Mhm.
Like, you got to keep the same room. Like, come on, Big E has had to have the same haircut for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Not
just
quite a taper, not quite a fro.
not quite. You know what I mean? A little V in the back. Like, he's literally been getting the same haircut for a decade and a half. Like, once you get into, the renders and things,
right.
you can't mess with it a lot. You know what I mean? So I get it. That's part of being a part of a big company.
And I believe that's why, and I always talk about Mark Carano, but every time you saw that man was stressed. That man lived in a perpetual state of stress, to the point where even when he was delivering good news, he looked so stressed. I was like,
change your gear, change your style, but don't change your hairstyle.
I only know him from the trash bag story, but
so he was the quote unquote handler for the you can't say that word anymore, Kenny. Women's talent.
Oh, okay.
I was just corrected
and
the
he
other
put
day
her
that
things in the trash bag.
So you buddy, so when Total Divas was a thing, he was heavily on that show because they would always come to him with issues, or when the girls were fighting, or when when one of the girls needed to be reprimanded or something. Like
he was the face of the big bad guy.
He had talent relations.
Yeah.
The Jim Ross was in that position a lot. He talks about that in his book. Like,
I haven't read his book yet. I've read
it's a good read.
book.
He toes the line a little bit with kayfabe, and it's like it to the point where I understand it because you're trying to sort of protect the business, but like all he talks about is like, oh, Vince McMahon constantly wanted to embarrass me. He constantly wanted to make me, look bad and things like that. And it's like, why did you keep taking it? You know what I mean? Like, why did you keep coming back, bro? Like,
that doesn't make any sense.
I just couldn't figure it out. He's like, oh, he fired me 10 times, and just like all these different things. And it's like, why do you go back? Like
you kept going back.
Yeah, and it's like, I guess at that time, before AEW, there wasn't another game in town,
right?
So where else?
But then he got on AEW and started saying wild stuff. Like the first pay-per-view I watched at AEW had like Nyla Rose as one of the headliners, and he was calling Nyla Rose addressing Nyla Rose as a he the entire match.
No.
The entire match. And I went back
See, that would have been enough for me to cut the show off.
Okay.
I went back and watched just to make that
That's crazy.
To make sure that I wasn't tripping. And sure enough, like
that's crazy.
That is super disrespectful to her.
Like nobody like tapped him and was like, "Hey yo, like don't do that." Like chill.
They let him
like
they let him go.
They just let him rock. Like that's crazy. I know he was, he's messed up a ton. Like I remember him just saying the wrong name and all these different things. Like, now here comes Dean Ambrose, and he'll just say something. Daniel Bryan, the champion, Daniel Bryan. Like he'll say something and just like, all right, the WWE reflex just kicked in. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah.
I mean, he's known them by that name for forever.
I'm gonna need you to clock
but
out.
At the same time, do better. We know you're old, but you know their new names.
Imagine watching him. The first time I saw him come back, I think it was a New Japan match. Remember, he did the main event of what was it? One of the Wrestle Kingdoms, and he did I think it was AJ versus Shinsuke, and one of those. And man, he just could not get names right. Shinsuke is
Shinsuke, you son of a bitch.
Like, come on, man. Like, I actually feel like, and I'm sure it's a very stressful position, like we just talked about Mark Carrano. Like, I was hoping JR would transfer into like a talent relations or maybe a writing type job.
His old heart can't handle talent relations.
He can't handle that right now. I get it. But like somebody needs to. Like Tony Khan literally can't do everything. And I think like and be everybody's buddy. You know what I mean? So I think that it would help to have like a third party stepping in there, but it's probably not.
He can do everything after a couple of
Don't say it. Don't say children's album, sir.
Allegedly.
Oh, allegedly.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all good. But
I forgot. I'm sorry.
I can't, oh man. But speaking of New Japan,
later.
I don't know if y'all heard that the New Japan dojo is like broke. Have y'all heard this?
No, I didn't.
The LA dojo is like done for.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh wow.
I gotta find the tweet. Somebody said that the LA dojo is like in serious financial straits, and they're just kind of hoping.
I noticed there has been like no promo for the annual like New Japan Texas show. They usually do a really big Texas show every year, and there's been like no word. There's been like no word about it that I have seen.
Yeah, and they're all like, I seen like internet folks being like, "Oh man, we need Tony Khan to jump in there and throw some bread." And it's like, wait, no, like he's got his own company. Like, but one day though, we're gonna talk about, and this might be controversial, and we won't talk about it now. Today probably won't be the day, but one day when the tell-all book or the 30 for 30 is written, we might be able to talk about how AEW kind of put New Japan in the dirt.
They definitely did.
By taking all their talent.
They definitely did.
And like, New Japan is like a shadow of itself right now. Like, and New Japan was very hot, and they are not hot right now. And Bush said, "Let's talk about it now."
No, because he has other engagements he got to get to.
Let's talk about it. No, Push. Whose fault is it? I want to get down to the bottom.
Okay.
Because some people blame the Bucks. Some people blame Tony. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, where do you put the blame? Or is that
The
just
TNA AEW partnership is a scam.
yeah, the conspiracy theories are flying. Oh my god.
No,
No. New Japan is it's down bad. I'm gonna just say that.
I
Just from
agree
a
with Push. I blame them all,
Mm.
and Omega too, because he still went back this year. Went
yo,
back
he went back
and
to
got
them.
somebody else.
And then was like, yo, Gabe, come over here.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
He's still
I gotta-
going back over to New Japan and
He
still
recently
getting more
he
talent?
recently went back and
He
brought
gave
his
them like
and brought
a main
and brought
event
his
match.
and brought his lover tag team.
And
partner
then was
back.
like, you know what? Yo, I'll just come over here because this is a mess.
Right.
Huh?
He's like,
Right.
man. So yeah, man. I was like,
But-
wait a minute. Gabe Kidd is like on AEW like all the time now. Like, what just happened?
But
Oh god.
but WWE bad. WWE contract tampering. WWE bad.
And that's the thing. And it's like you gotta be careful of the narratives that are spinning around because yes, everybody's upset about WWE counter programming. But you know what? They could do a lot worse.
They definitely could.
They could be like, you know what? When's your next show? Because that's when SummerSlam is. You know?
Right. See
When's your next show? Because that's where Mania is. Here we go. Let's go to the same city. Why not? You know what I mean? Like they could really
up.
shut them down and
Pull
just
up.
pull up. But they're like, you know what? Let's give them some NXT, give them some women, like, send the little homies. It's like when Tupac was beefing with Biggie. You know what I mean? It's like Pac would have a fire verse, but then the next 4 minutes would be like the little homies.
Because that honestly still shows how WWE sees AEW when
Yes.
they're using NXT as counter programming.
Right.
They're like, you know
We'll
what?
know
Our
it's real,
developmental.
But one
We'll know
could
it's
say-
real when when Royal Rumble is on at the same time as Revolution
Well,
or something.
you could also say that you're getting it's saying a lot that WWE is even feeling like that they want to counter program you. Because
Yeah, it's
when
kind
it
of
all
like
started-
low key.
when it
I
all
mean, that
sta-
sounds like gaslighting, but it sounds like, but in a way, it's like y'all should be honored that they want to run the show the same day as you.
Because it
'Cause-
didn't
so
start that
the-
because it didn't start that way. It was Tony Khan picking a fight and WWE like, y'all.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
like people tried to argue that WWE started it with putting NXT on TV on Wednesdays. NXT was always on Wednesday.
yes,
It just wasn't televised until they got the TV deal
They got
with
the
USA
TV deal.
Network. And they kept it on Wednesday.
And you never saw Triple H go on Twitter and bash Tony Khan. But guess who you always saw on Twitter?
yo,
I'm
for real.
keeping my comments to myself.
I mean, this isn't
'Cause-
even my comment. This is a quote from Anthony Khan, who said,
Oh.
"We are." What did he say? We're the Pepsi of professional wrestling, and they are the Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling on live TV. I didn't say that. That's a quote. So when when you do that, and then all the other constant, even today, and to be fair, it was Ricochet, and you could take what Ricochet tweets with a grain of salt because I feel like he's very much in character, and he's
I
discovering
don't
character
take
work.
anything he tweets ever.
Right. Like he's very much in character, but he just recently retweeted someone talking about. I think somebody at WWE said, "Yes, we enjoy counter programming. It's exciting." And he responded, "That's a bitch move."
No, it's not. It's healthy because without counter programming, you don't see competition. So like, and WWE, honestly, I personally believe that that WWE has gotten so big that they are starving for competition
Yes.
because
Yeah.
at this point they are the benchmark that everybody's trying to reach. And so
Yeah. And this is classic number 2 behavior. You got to remember. Like, and I don't even mean that in a diss. Burger King just put out this ad. I don't know if y'all seen this. But who's looking at Burger King ads? But I just saw this that I think they put it at Times Square. It's like a McDonald's logo, and then it catches on fire, and then it burns away, and then it's a Burger King logo. And
that's nuts.
and
That's
like
nuts. I didn't see that.
and they're like, people are like, yo, like, what are y'all doing? But again, this is number 2 behavior. Like, number 1 will never mention number 2.
At one
Number
point in
2 will
time,
constantly-
you weren't even. I could have sworn you weren't even allowed to use other brands' logos in your like advertising.
They probably had to pay for it.
Mhm.
Honestly, they probably had to pay for
Because
it.
like there was an actor who said that she got sued because she was in, I think, a Burger King commercial that was like literally mentioned McDonald's, or she was like she was in a Burger King or a McDonald's commercial that mentioned the other, and like she ended up getting sued as a kid
Oh, that's crazy.
because of her doing that.
Wow, that's nuts.
That reminds me of the tweet that Popeyes did with McDonald's because of the snack wrap. Please, let's not mention the snack wraps at least for 2 weeks, please. Please, let's not mention the snack wraps for 2 weeks. Let me get over them for a little bit, because the first 10 minutes of lunch today, we sold like 12 of them.
Mhm.
Like,
Wow.
I need to calm. And I'm not even on the table. I'm just bagging orders.
Jeez. I
So
mean, I do love a snack wrap.
I'm gonna order one in like
do love
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'm giving my crew enough time to actually learn how to make them because unfortunately we didn't prepare.
Ah, okay. Whew. All right.
So-
I don't want to sound like I'm bashing AEW, so I'm gonna back off a little bit because I enjoyed both shows and I enjoyed the
You're
competition.
taking my side with the situation.
But
It's what it sounds
just
like
like
if
to-
you're
just like to
bashing
point out the
them.
facts. I'm about facts over feelings. It's like
yeah.
there's a lot of years of built up allegiance to WWE.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite pastime.
But yeah, like we gotta sometimes be a little honest. I enjoy both shows and I will be watching All In. So, I'm happy about it.
I wanted to go to
But,
All In so bad. It just didn't work out for
yeah.
me.
I'll
I got
catch the
friends at both
highlights.
shows, so I want them all to eat and prosper and do well. You know what I'm saying?
Valid.
Because
But I
do love what Tony Storm is doing.
yes, Tony Storm's killing it.
Tony Storm is definitely killing it.
That's the only match I wanna watch.
So let me ask y'all if you got the book, because it's one thing to ask people what they want to happen, but if you got the book, you're Tony Khan. How do you book this match? Who wins?
Taking my
I'm not
feelings
watching
out
enough
of
to
it.
know.
taking my feelings out of it.
Yeah, like what's the best decision? No feelings involved.
I hate that I'm gonna say this. Oh my god, I hate I'm
Hmm?
gonna say this. You've put so much stock into the Monet of it all
Mhm.
that you might as well. She's so close that you might as well let her finish the story.
Oh, this is her finishing the story.
And so
Not every story needs to be finished, but
I said feelings out of it. Come join me on this side. You still over there? No.
No feelings.
So I feel like because you've built her into this, you do all in like that, and then you kind of, but it's hard because I don't want the whole Tony Storm thing to lose steam either. So like,
Yeah.
how do you make that happen without damaging the Tony Storm character?
Well, she lost to Mariah, and that did damage her, and it changed her whole gimmick for a minute.
I mean, it damaged her in a different way.
Damaged the character. Didn't necessarily hurt her at all, but they had a storyline ready. Like, okay, this is going to change her and break her. So you could do it again and have her go back to, I don't remember, but that would be kind of lazy. My only issue, like I really can't call this match, but if Mercedes wins, like what's next? Like you have nothing else after this. You got nobody else.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
I was thinking
Athena interferes.
I didn't know who. I was thinking like have somebody interfere, but I didn't know who because I mean I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch their product, so
I think Athena would be the answer. However, they don't really do that in AEW. They don't really do the like just dirty smosh finish like nobody won.
That would be out of the box.
That's why
nobody would expect it.
I think that's why it would work because they don't do it. And also
do it.
And also if the idea is to have Mercedes finish her story, that's how you don't damage Tony.
And I think I got it. And also, Push, how about to add on to that, the 3-way match you do, everybody's belts on the line.
Oh.
Winner takes all.
But here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Wait, because then I would want Athena to win.
No, wait. Hold on. How do you get that to happen? What pay-per-view would you use for that?
That's what I'm saying. See, he said Full Gear. This is bigger than Full Gear.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. This is an all-in type match. Or I don't know, or you just keep on pushing to next all-in or whatever, or all out if they're gonna do Chicago. Or double or nothing.
It's gotta be a big one. Like it's gotta be.
You have to push this way out. Like they keep trying to do the match and they keep interfering in each other's matches. You know what I mean? Like it just keeps happening. Like nobody's gonna let this match go down. And then you make the match happen.
Oh, I like that. Dragging it out to double or nothing. Because that is a double or nothing match. Like
Or you wait till next year's all in. Yeah. I don't think they could drag it that long. But no, I mean, that's too far.
They could if they if they do it correctly, meaning a little bit of the Naomi and Jade situation mixed with like the
Man, you know what they would do. You know what the AEW do. They'll just do it on Dynamite next week.
I'd be yeah, I'd be pissed.
They'd be like, "Here we go, Dynamite Dream Match,"
and
they'll just do it on Dynamite.
Not even main event at that. It would end up probably being like
it would start the show.
picture in picture halftime.
So they did that with Mercedes and Athena. I was like, I've been waiting for this forever, and they like start the show off with it and did like 2 commercial breaks during it.
Disrespectful.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, Push. I feel like that is dope. And then Athena has a match on ROH, and then they come to ROH and mess her matches up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
it you can, if done right, you can drag it out because there's so many different shows, so many different angles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then it would allow, Mercedes to complete her story. Maybe she catches the belt, and then, do the whole "I got all the belts" type thing, kind of like the whole Kenny Omega of it all, and then,
yeah,
you could do it.
I had to think back. How did Kenny Omega lose all the belts when he was the belt collector?
I think
was it like one at a time? He was lose the smaller belts.
I think it was like it wasn't one of those like winner take all. I think he actually defended them all one at a time.
Okay.
I remember correctly.
So he took like 5 L's in a row. Is that what you're saying? Kenny, by God, Omega.
The one winged
5 L's in a row.
Because somebody said that like Mercedes has already lost one title because of a triple threat match. Like she wasn't even pinned in it, but she lost the title. It was the New Japan Strong title, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Okay.
Same way FTR lost all theirs. Hold up, did FTR have a stint where they were collecting belts too?
Yeah, they had AAA. They had, I think, ROH and maybe AEW. And it was just one at a time. They only carried the one out when they were losing it usually. But yeah. Yeah, okay.
So before you have to go,
mm-hmm.
I want you to tell us. We talked about Buddy's Magic Treehouse and how it's a kid album, and there are tracks on this kid album that go. One thing I would want to ask is, for people that haven't been watching you promote it, why a kid album?
Oh man. Well, I think it was time. This is my second children's album. I just not long after pandemic, my wife and I we became foster parents. We got into the game and just kind of wanted to reach out and see if there was anybody who needed our help. And then sure enough, there was a child that came into our life at like 6 weeks old and was with us and is still with us, for a very long time. And then we were able to adopt him, make him part of our family. And it's just
nice.
I think him being around.
Awesome.
Thank you. And him being around is just like definitely made me a lot more aware of like the music that we play in the home and what kind of kids music is out there. And I like a lot of the kids music, but I feel like sometimes it's missing a little bit of the values and the heart that I would want. And I thought instead of just complaining about it, like, why don't I try to write some music. So I started writing some kids' music,
Don't talk
and he
about
liked
it,
the
be about
songs.
it. Hey, that's
Yeah, he started singing along. He really dug them, and I made one record in 2023, and then toured with that, and then I went on Kickstarter. Was like, man, if y'all want to see a follow up, like we should, think about it. And people came through and supported, and basically pre-funded it. So I just got to work, and we just finished it up, put it out a couple weeks ago, and the response has been really great, man. It's just making fun music with heart that's for kids of all ages, but also kind of grows up with my kid. He's 3 now, and just being able to, show him some good values, and also fun stuff that he can sing along with and learn something from. Like mixing the candy with the medicine a little bit.
right,
It's always
right,
my
right, right.
my thing. I try to make sure, yes, it's gonna be fun. It might make you dance, but also there's some value in it.
Put the
So if you
pill in the
find
ice
yourself
cream.
repeating, yeah, you find yourself repeating some words, and you're like, oh, these are actually good things, and so yeah, man, he really loves it, and so that's really most important. I wanted to make sure that he liked it. I enjoy it, and yeah, so we put it out. It's been doing well. It hit #1 on iTunes, which has been amazing. I've been out
Congrats.
playing shows. Thank you. I've been playing shows at libraries and kids, gatherings and summer camps and stuff like that. And it's just been super fun, And I've already been before this was making music that was kind of, I guess they called it nerd rap, but it was just, just
No, it's
positive
rap.
rap, fun
It's
rap,
rap, not nerd rap. It's rap.
just rap, And so this stuff isn't that much of a departure from what I was already doing. It's just fun loving music that's clean and has some great messages in it. And I'm happy to see the responses. My friends send me stuff like, oh, look, my kid's brushing his teeth to it. Look, my kid is eating fruit, listening to Give Me the Fruit. My kid is at the library, listening to the library, John, So it's
That
been
library
really
John, go. That library
thank
John,
you.
that's my favorite. That's my favorite on the
Thank you.
whole
Thank you.
album.
That's my jam. I've been playing that, and I play that stuff in freaking bars, clubs, anywhere. And it'll just surprise people. And I'm like, hey man, like, you like the library? And they're like, yeah, I do. I like reading, and so they realize like, oh man, this is good music. Like you said, you don't have to call it kids rap, nerd rap, whatever. Well, it's just music. And music's a universal language, man, and you can find a piece of something to relate to in anything. And that's the long answer to your question. But yeah, like that's what kind of made me do it. It's just like when our household kind of changed, I was like, yeah, I want to make something for him to get with that I can also enjoy.
Yeah, that was a dope concept. Like it
Thank you.
and like I've watched a lot of your footage that you put out about like the different places that you've gone and promoting and doing shows and things, and the smile, the genuine smile that crosses your face
Hmm.
when you just look like it's like the music that you created brings you back to that place of being a kid.
There you
And
go.
it's like you realize in watching you like, oh, he's in his element. This is what
Mm.
this is what he wanted. This is this is what he this was the calling. And so like man, it's been dope to just watch that whole journey take place. Um
Thank you.
with all the different traveling and uh different little places that you guys have gone. It's just been really, really dope to
Hmm.
watch. So I want to end on talking about Dream Master and
Mm.
why do we hear the word Megaran and not hear the words Dream Master?
I'm sorry, I missed the last part of that.
Why we hear about the music and we hear about the shows and we hear about the games. I had to dig for the
Yeah.
title of the book. And
Oh man.
I've never
Okay. That's fair.
I've never like unless I was on your website, I wouldn't know that you had written the book.
Oh man. Yeah, it's as a person who does so much stuff, multi-hyphenate, I guess they call them. It's so hard to talk about everything. You know what I mean? I can only pin 3 things on Instagram at once. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have to choose. I have a really hard time with this. Like, all right, what are the 3 things that I want somebody who just sees me for the first time to know? Got a kids album out, and like I play live shows, and here's my tour schedule. Things like that. So yes, the book has been out. I wrote it during pandemic. I finished it early 2021, and then we had a slow rollout from there. We did digital, then physical. I would say blame my publisher because the book has been moving, like it's been moving, but it's been slow as far as me getting hold of copies. But
whoever this
there are
publisher
copies
is,
on my.
you owe me 5 minutes of
Nah.
your time, please. Sir.
But if you are a person that enjoys, audiobooks, having me read to you, you're in luck because it's on Spotify, it's on Amazon. You can even buy the book on Amazon. You just type in Mega Ran book Dream Master, and you can get it on Amazon. It's usually cheaper on Amazon than it is anywhere else because there's different. I don't know why, but yes, you can get copies of it there. You can hear I spent like 10 hours reading it, so you can hear it on there.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I read it myself. I didn't want to like hire somebody. And they even asked me like, so you can hire, someone to read your book. And I'm like, if it's not Morgan Freeman, like who no, I can read, and it's like it's my own story. Like I enjoy audiobooks when it's the author reads it. Like other people will be saying stuff wrong and mixing up things. And so I thought it was very important. So I spent the whole time reading it, so you can get it on Spotify, you can get it on Apple Music, you can get it on Audible, you can get it on Amazon. Just type in Mega Ran book. Yeah, it's easy. It'll show up for you.
So
yeah,
on a squirrel brain tangent, both of the vinyls for Buddy's Magic Treehouse and Buddy's Magic Toy Box, they are amazing. They look amazing. I'm actually like on your website right now looking at them. Like those vinyls look amazing.
Yeah, the guys at Needle Juice Records, they're so pretty. They did such a good job with the record and how cool it looks. I
low key want them both. Oh my God.
They're going fast. So if you are interested, please go and grab one. Yeah, man, I'm really, really happy with the way they came out. They did an awesome job. It's called a Sky Swirl. You can also do a bundle of getting both for $40, which I think is a pretty darn good deal when they're 26 a piece. And yeah, you get to see the cool splatters. One's like a green, the other one's like a purple.
I don't need more vinyls, but I do need more vinyls.
Also has lyrics inside. They got all the cool stuff you need. And Needle Juice Records, the label that helped me put those together, they're so good at doing like special designs, and they killed it.
I'm glad that.
So yeah, the album's out now. Go get it.
Go get it. You heard him.
Do it.
So for the people, and I know you're probably tired of me harping on it, but for the people that don't know what Dream Master of Memoir is, kind of explain that to them.
Okay. So yeah, this is a book I wrote, like I said, during pandemic. Most of it was me just taking road stories and just kind of like things I had written down in my little notepad and then expanding upon them later. But it turns into a memoir. So it starts off with, just different stories from my life, my birth, as long as the earliest memories I have. And then it ends at a point in 2018. And in 2018 was a moment where I received a Guinness World Record for writing the most songs about Mega Man. And then for the gaming edition of the book, of the Guinness World Records book, they flew me out to London and we're like, yeah, we'll award you this thing and we'll do a live performance. And it was like a really cool moment. And I was like, this is like a stopping point because it was such a great, great, great thing. And anything after that will go in the next book. So I made sure to stop right there. But it just shows my path and where I've been on and creating albums, teaching, working as a teacher during the day, doing shows at night, having to make tough decisions on what you really want to do with your life, balancing relationships, jobs, and all those things. And just basically how I was able to do it, and I think it's a good read. I think, I'm biased because I read it a lot and I wrote it. But I think it's a good read, and I think anybody can find a little bit of inspiration in it, whether you're creative or just a person who just enjoys pop culture and things like that, and you're inspired by wrestling. There's a couple wrestling chapters and things like that continue to just show the path I've been on and explain how like it hasn't been easy, but it's been very worthwhile.
I'm glad. I definitely will carve out some time to actually take that book in. I enjoy people that have a body of work that they put so much effort into, like the fact that you sat down and recorded the audible version of this book speaks a lot, because you'll have people that put out books, but you'll never get an audible version of it, like an audiobook version of it. And so I definitely want to take some time and digest that.
Yeah, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I have been trying my best, man, and like doing this has been not so easy, but it's been so rewarding, man. And I just want to be able to inspire the next people coming up. When I was doing this, there wasn't really a path ahead of me. You know what I mean? There was I didn't see anything really, any future for a guy who rapped about video games,
Right.
and then to be able to kind of carve a path in this wild world has been it's been dope. It's been a dope journey. So I'm just excited to add a little bit to the culture and to continue to do so.
Now I will tell y'all, my favorite Mega Ran album, point blank period, Black Materia.
Hey,
If
thank
I
you.
had to choose one, it would be Black Materia. Luckily, we don't live in a world where I have to choose one.
You don't have to choose one.
But
Thank you.
if I had
can
to
have many
choose
favorites.
one,
Black
Black
Materia is
Materia.
very special, man. I play it on like road trips and stuff still too. Like it's a very special album to me. I put a lot of love into it, and just
But
retelling the story of one of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy VII. And to the point where even if you're not a fan of that game, you'd be able to pull something out of it. You maybe enjoy some beats, some rhymes,
7
and some
is what got
stories.
me into Final Fantasy.
Nice.
7 is where I started, and then I
It's a classic.
went forward to 8, 9, and 10, then went back to 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
Yeah.
then the later ones came out, and but 7 is where it started, and so I have a
Yep.
special place in my heart for 7 in the first place. So when I
Oh,
saw
100%.
that you released an album based on one of my favorite games, I was like, oh yeah, I got a bump.
Yeah, I think 7 was the first Final Fantasy game that I saw my nephews playing. And I was more of I watched people play video games at that time.
Nice. Yeah, that was definitely the one for me. Like it changed the game. Like I remember my friend brought my PlayStation. He brought his PlayStation over to my house, and he set it up, and I was like, man, I was still a Super Nintendo guy. I was like, nothing's gonna be better than Super Nintendo, bro. I'm just telling you. And he's like, wait till you see this, and he's like hooking it up. And then the first time I saw like a summon or something happen, and I was just like, yo, what is this game? And I was just like, I gotta have it.
The problem with me was, after I saw that, I expected all RPGs to have summons.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, they all gotta do it now. Like it's just that should be standard from now on.
Yeah, like for real, they changed the game, man. I think I feel like there's been, even now recently, I don't know if y'all are still playing games, but there's a new game, Expedition 33, which is kind of bringing back that feeling,
Yes,
where it definitely feels like, oh, this could be a
changing
new
the
wave
game. Yeah,
of
I
like
even said
turn-based.
as I was playing it, I was telling my boy Sammy, I was like, yo, I need to see Final Fantasy do this. Use
Yeah.
these types of mechanics because it feels like
Hmm.
that's the natural progression of what we wanted Final Fantasy, the direction we
A
wanted Final
hundred
Fantasy to go
percent.
to in the first place.
100%. It
But it's
feels like
like
I was like, oh, this is where it
I
needs to
don't
be.
want a carbon copy, but give us some of this.
Yeah. Like if they wanted to remake, I don't know, Final Fantasy 8 or 9 and they did it in this style,
Oh
I
my
would not be
god.
mad.
Oh my god. Like,
Hmm.
yo, we have reached another point of like, okay, now that we had this, I expect either this or something better going forward. Because if y'all can do this and this was an indie game, then you tell me
Imagine what you can do with a
a big
budget. Like,
budget,
come on.
yeah.
You can kill it, like for real. So if you
You
put a few
know
years
these
into
big
it,
budget game companies aren't gonna put the same emotion into a game that an
well,
indie
yeah, there's
company will
that too.
do.
Yeah, there is that too. A lot of people are that is a good point. It's like you start missing the heart when it comes to major big budget games. And so you lose it. But yeah, the fact that these were all indie developers who left like Ubisoft or something like that and then started a company, like they put that indie heart and drive into it. Like that's a big part of why it's so good.
So
You know.
now when I see somebody playing it on Twitch, I'll go into their streams and I'll be like, sometimes I'm wee, sometimes I'm woo.
That's funny. I think I might play it. I gotta do a stream tonight. I might play some of that
I
on my
gotta
stream.
I gotta go back before I do my new game plus. Go back and find all the pictos that I'm missing. There's a couple of
Mm,
ones I need. I say
okay,
need, but before I start my new game plus.
gotcha. I haven't gotten that far into it. I do about an hour a night before bed.
What
I don't
chapter are
play
you
too
in?
much. I'm like chapter 3.
Oh, well, you almost at
So,
the end.
well, I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know. I don't know. I just play. I
I'm
don't
not
really
gonna hold you.
pay
So I
attention.
played it right. So I kind of missed myself over. I played it right after I got done with uh, what's the name of that game? Uh, it's the game about the girl. She's trying to find her mom and South of Midnight. So I played
Okay.
South of Midnight first, which which had parts in it that basically just made me crash out, and I had to
Mm.
like stop playing. And if you ever if you played it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I'll say you definitely need to play it, but kind of maybe give yourself a break between the two,
One of those.
because the story in Expedition 33 is quite heavy as well. Uh,
Yes.
and so, but I didn't know, so I played them right behind each other, which was a horrible idea
No.
because the
Yeah.
two stories
Wow.
are heavy. Um,
I wouldn't know anything about current video games. The only thing I'm currently playing is Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That's the only thing I'm playing at the moment.
Okay. Nice.
my backlog is looking at
But
me like,
I
why are
I
you
just
playing
need,
that?
I need slow pace, slow pace cute game at the moment.
Understood.
But I
Uh,
want to thank you for coming on. This was a lot of fun. You actually ended up staying a whole a whole lot longer than you originally said you would.
That once we
So,
start chatting,
sorry.
that's how it goes. You start chatting, and it's like, oh, all right,
Yeah,
I guess we hanging.
this platform um this platform tends to do that to you. You can
Yes.
ask Push. We were supposed to go for one time, and then all of a sudden, we look up 4 or 5 hours had gone by.
Yep.
You say it's going to be a 1 hour stream, and then 5 hours later, 6 hours later.
Listen.
Yep.
It
So good.
again, congratulations on the adoption. That's really dope news.
Thank you.
I do want to say, keep pushing, keep going.
Yes, sir.
Go buy the book.
Hey,
Go buy
get the book.
Buddy's Magic Treehouse for the kids, and then, but make sure you get the vinyl because the vinyl's just cool.
Mhm.
And then thirdly, for yourself, go and get Black Material. I promise you won't regret it.
Hey.
Promise you won't regret it.
Oh, yeah. Awesome shirt, by the way, and awesome title belt behind you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, when I dropped into his stream the other day, that's the first thing I said. You got the wood grain belt?
Thank you. Yeah, I had to pick that up. I was like, you don't see that every day, so hey, I gotta grab that. So yeah, I just put the Amazon link for the book in there. I think it's on sale.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
You
grab
got
that.
blocked.
Oh.
Sims, can you
Oh, it didn't.
can you whisper it to Sims?
Oh, okay. Got it.
Outside of the well, what do you have going? What's your next tour dates? Because I think the tour is still going on right now, right?
Well, technically, I am kind of chilling right now.
Okay.
Next weekend I go to Dallas for a Nerdcore Party Con. And then I got like another show called Mag West out in the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I'm going to the UK. Maybe after that, maybe going to Clash in Paris. I want to try to work a trip out around that where I can make it out there.
Let's
So I'm
go.
gonna try my best to get out there.
Good luck with that.
I can't wait to see the pictures and the videos that come from that. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it should be a good time.
Hope you're able to get. Hope you're able to get there.
I hope so.
If you're ever on your Twitch rounds and you find yourself needing something to watch on Wednesdays and Fridays, because we know our good brother Push does his thing on Wednesdays. And I have a character over there too.
Oh, nice.
I have oh my God, Zack Sabre Jr.
Nice.
And then we also have on Wednesdays and Fridays, we have the Main Academy Wrestling Federation, where we have we do 2K WWE 2K25, and actual community members make wrestlers representations of themselves and go in head-to-head battles, AI versus AI. So it's all RNG.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have PLEs 2 shows a week, and yeah, man, it's a good time. We got demons, we got witches, we got clowns, we got kings. If you
Nice.
follow the good brother Kohlberg 9 there, let me tell you, you won't be disappointed if you slide into this.
Done. All right,
Also,
will
family,
do.
if you guys are not following Push Play the DJ, I'm gonna need you to do that also expeditiously because I've seen this man come up with whole stories, and I was under the impression he was reading from a script, and no, he was coming up with that stuff. He was coming up with that stuff off the dome. I still to this day don't understand how he does it. So if you're looking for good storytelling, and you are a wrestling fan, Coldberg 9 and Push Play the DJ are two places that you definitely wanna check out. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Other than that, man, you got any closing remarks? You got anything that you wanna?
Hey, go grab the album if you could. Let me know your favorite songs if you could. Hit me up. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. Just type in Mega Ran. I got a new video coming this Saturday for this other song called The Alphabet John. And lots of new music on the way, new content coming all the time. Thanks for the time. I appreciate y'all. This has been a great chat. I gotta run, but I will holla at y'all soon. All right. Peace.
All right. Well, listen. Thank y'all for hanging out. This has been a great episode. Definitely dope following up from the last episode. The first Ray messages are for.
Messages aren't going because the bot's acting up.
Is the bot acting up?
Because I don't think when Sims did the clip command earlier, I don't think it worked either.
Let me see.
All right, y'all. I gotta run.
All right.
So I will holla.
Well, listen. Thank y'all for hanging out. We're going to Blues House. This has been Creole King Kenny and Mega Ran. We out of here. We gone. Peace.
Everybody behave.
King